In this episode, we take a look at this puzzle within a puzzle. To solve this, you have to match the colors in each face, but you also have to play Kakuro, a crossword-like number puzzle. If you're looking for a puzzle that you've never seen before, this episode is for you. I also have an announcement for all you puzzle lovers at the end of this video, so make sure you watch till the end. Welcome to Custom Cuber. This is the 4x4x4 Kakuro cube. To design this, I started with solving a few Kakuro puzzles online. I needed to select puzzles that had the same shape so that they can create a consistent pattern when they are laid out on the cube. I ended up selecting puzzles that had similar clues and similar solutions to have a fairly regular distribution of numbers throughout the cube. I also tweaked the layout of the original puzzle a bit to fit the 4x4 face. I designed the stickers for the cube using Adobe Illustrator. I added the blank black areas to the design because I didn't want to leave those areas of the cube unstickered. For the numbers, I used figures to show the clues, but I used circles to denote the numbers in the solution part. This is so the centerpieces don't have to be oriented a certain way. After printing the design on sticker paper, I cut the pieces individually. This is my first time creating stickers for a 4x4 cube, and just the cutting itself took so much time. I then applied each sticker on a blank 4x4x4 cube that I previously removed plain stickers from. In terms of layout, the overall design of the Kakuro cube follows a regular pattern. Each face contains two blank corners and two corners that house colored pieces. The blank sections of each face meet with other blank sections to form a corner piece, while the colored sections from each face also meet in another corner. The Kakuro clues designed in white and gray follow some orientation rules. First, the opposite faces must be oriented in opposite directions. And second, adjacent faces must be oriented towards different axes. If you're enjoying this puzzle so far and would like to see more one-of-a-kind modifications, you can like, subscribe, and click the notification bell below to stay updated with new puzzles every week. To be honest, I don't want to scramble this puzzle because I'm not sure I can solve it. But I'm sure some of you would want to get your hands on a puzzle like this to try solving it, which brings me to the announcement I mentioned earlier in the video. You can now print my design so that you can make your own versions of Custom Cuber puzzles. I am working on printable versions of my files, and these will be available for you to download on the brand new Custom Cuber Discord server. Aside from grabbing free printable downloads, you can also chat with other cubers, share your own puzzle creations, and stay updated with Custom Cuber news in the server. I'll leave the link to the server in a comment below, and I hope to see you there. So, what are your thoughts on the 4x4x4 Kakuro cube? Make sure to leave a comment down below. I also have another great puzzle for you on the left, or you can click the playlist on the right to see more of my custom sticker mods. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. I made a cube based on Jacksepticeye's mascot, Septiceye Sam. This is a fully functional Rubik's Cube, and I designed this using this translucent puzzle for a see-through effect. I'm going to show you how you can create a puzzle like this, and we'll take a look at how it can be solved. If you're looking for puzzles that you've never seen before, this channel is for you. Welcome to Custom Cuber. If you haven't heard of Jacksepticeye, Sean is one of the biggest YouTube gamers, and I've been a huge fan of his work for years. When I was thinking of a good design that would fit this green force cube, Jack's mascot Sam was the first thing that came to mind. I was also thinking of a way to maximize the see-through effect of the cube, and I thought the veins on the edge of Sam's eye might do the trick. If you were wondering why I have a single color Rubik's Cube, I built this puzzle out of 6 translucent cubes that I disassembled and reassembled to form 6 cubes of different colors. I started the design with the easiest parts, the pupil and the iris, which I decided to put on a corner instead of on just one face for a more 3D look. For the veins, I wanted to have angles similar to the ones I used for the circuit cube. But in this case, I wanted more lines so that the cube will have a lot of areas where light can seep through. On the back side of the eyeball, I put designs that branch out from one corner. These veins will connect with those near the iris of the eyeball. I used Adobe Illustrator to lay out this design with proper measurements. I also added some borders and some lines on the iris and then printed it out on sticker paper. Cutting the stickers for this project took way longer than my usual sticker mods. This is because there were several small cuts that had to be made for this design in order to show the gaps that represent the veins. Of course, the time I spent attaching these tiny stickers to the cube was extended too, but I think it was worth it because this puzzle looks way better with the texture that these cuts bring. We'll talk a lot more about this puzzle, and I'll show you what happens when we let light seep through the gaps of the stickers. But if you're enjoying this video so far and would like to see more one-of-a-kind modifications, you can like, subscribe, and click the notification bell below to stay updated with new puzzles every week. And if you'd like to make my puzzles on your own and try to solve them, or if you just want one for your collection, I share printable versions of my designs over on Discord, link in the description below. Lastly, if you reached this part of the video, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. While you're here, make sure to tell me what you think about this puzzle in a comment below, and I'll make sure to mention you in the next video. Thanks to Kaleidoscope Cubed, Cube Squared, TH3 Tubby, Vitalin, Insects Channel, and Yanzil the Trombone Kid for leaving great comments in previous videos. You were all so awesome and I hope to hear more from you. Now, back to today's puzzle. Technically, this puzzle only has 2 unique kinds of face designs copied across 3 faces. This ensures that the cube has a symmetrical layout all over. This symmetrical design of the Jacksepticube means that there are a lot of identical pieces in the puzzle, making it a bit more challenging than the regular Rubik's Cube. It also has a lot of very similar looking pieces, which might be difficult to distinguish from each other once the cube is scrambled. One great feature of this cube though is that the design takes advantage of the see-through plastic. If we shine a light behind the cube, we can see the veins better, making it look like a cool septic eye. A solver trying to unscramble this cube would have to rely on some pieces to not get lost in the mix of chaotic green pieces. For example, the pupil of the eye is a unique piece that can only be placed in the corner surrounded by these 3 blue centers. Of course, it's easy to place these 3 blue edges as well, as they only fit between the blue centers. Another key piece is this unique corner, the only one with veins that kind of look like a trident. This is placed on the opposite of the black pupil. And for the rest of the pieces, it's a matter of figuring out how the veins are connected. Now it's time to scramble this. It looks like a crazy maze of veins, and I think the cuts really give the cube a great texture. I will be uploading a video with step-by-step explanations of how this puzzle can be solved, so watch out for that. But in the meantime, I have another great puzzle for you on the left, or you can also click the playlist on the right to see more of my custom sticker mods. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. In this episode, we take a look at 2 cubes that have this cool trident-based design. We also talk about how these puzzles were created and how they can be solved. If you're looking for puzzles that you've never seen before, this episode is for you. Welcome to Custom Cuber. These are Trident cubes. These are made by placing printed stickers on force cubes. I designed the stickers through Adobe Illustrator and printed them on sticker paper. Then, I cut each sticker by hand and placed them on the base cube. The first version of the Trident cube features 6 colors: blue, gray, orange, yellow, green, and white. When I was designing this, my initial plan was to use the standard set of Rubik's Cube colors, but I did not continue with that when I decided to use a neon green force cube as a base. I think this other color scheme works better with the base cube. The colors are divided into these shapes that look like tridents, thus the name. Each trident goes through 4 faces, 2 adjacent ones that show the main shape, 1 face that shows the tip of the trident's middle prong, and 1 face that shows the base of the trident. Lastly, the remaining space on the cube is taken by 2 small squares which occupy 2 opposite faces. The layout of the design also places multiple colors on each facelet. For example, all of the facelets in this face have blue and gray. 2 corner facelets on this face house 4 colors. This facelet has blue, yellow, gray, and green. The second version of this puzzle only has 2 solvable colors, purple and pink, but it follows the same exact layout as the first version. This means that this puzzle has a lot of similar looking cubies and even identical ones. For example, this edge is identical to this other one. Having similar or identical cubies makes the second version more difficult than the first one, and we'll talk more about that in a bit. But if you're enjoying this video so far and would like to see more one-of-a-kind modifications, you can like, subscribe, and click the notification bell below to stay updated with new puzzles every week. You might have noticed one key element of the Trident Cube's design that I haven't mentioned yet, the stripes. At first glance, it seems like they were added for aesthetic purposes, but they actually contribute to the solution of the puzzle, especially for version 2. In this cube, the stripes of adjacent faces go towards opposite directions. The stripes on the faces that don't feature the trident design are laid out in a way that allows each point to meet with those from the trident faces. Overall, each face features parallel stripes. Why is this important to the solution? Well, these stripes allow the solver to figure out what direction the cubies should be facing. Without the stripes, it's easy to place cubies in the wrong direction. This is important in solving version 2 because accidentally placing cubies in the wrong orientation can lead to a permutation in which the cube becomes unsolvable. However, even with the stripes, there are still a lot of identical cubies, so the solver still has to figure out which cubie goes where. Because of the way the first version is colored, all of the cubies on this puzzle are unique and cannot be interchanged. Thus, the stripes don't really play a significant role in the solve, but I did put them in the design to make the 2 cubes look consistent. Now it's time to scramble this. For me, the colors in this cube blend together better when it's unsolved, and it makes an aesthetically pleasing puzzle. The clashing directions of the stripes also add to the overall artsy look of the cube. Now let's scramble this other version too. I think the scrambled state of version 2 looks a bit more chaotic than the other one because the lack of order in the more uniform color scheme is a bit jarring. In terms of visuals, I prefer the solved state of version 2, but I like the first version better in its unsolved state. I'll be posting videos of the full solve for both of these puzzles soon, so watch out for that. I also have another great puzzle for you on the left, or you can also click the playlist on the right to see more of my custom sticker mods. Thanks for watching and see you all next time. In this episode, we take a look at a sticker mod where instead of staying in one face, the colors traverse different sides while interweaving with other colors. We also talk about how this puzzle was created and how it can be solved. If you're looking for a puzzle that you've never seen before, this episode is for you. Welcome to Custom Cuber. This is the Weave Cube. I made this sticker mod by adding stickers to a force cube. Creating this puzzle starts with designing stickers on Adobe Illustrator. I then print the designs on sticker paper and then cut them by hand. Cutting the stickers for this specific cube is a bit more challenging than cutting the stickers for my usual mods because this puzzle has a lot of rounded parts, which are more difficult to cut cleanly compared to perfectly square stickers. Lastly, I add the stickers to the base cube one by one. The Weave Cube features 4 solvable colors: purple, orange, yellow, and white. Each of these colors go through 3 adjacent faces of the cube. For example, the yellow one goes through these 3 faces. Each color also interweaves with the 3 other colors on the cube. Yellow is woven with orange on this face, with white on the other face, and with purple on this face. The strips of colors are also placed between 2 of the 3x3 cubies so that it is split in half when a face is turned. This is a key clue in the solution, as solving this requires matching the split colors. Let's talk about the solution to this puzzle in a bit, but if you're enjoying this puzzle so far and would like to see more one-of-a-kind modifications, you can like, subscribe, and click the notification bell below to stay updated with new puzzles every week. While this cube's pattern seems complicated, the solution to this puzzle is very similar to that of a regular 3x3 cube. In a regular cube, we determine which colors belong to which face by looking at the centerpieces. In this cube, we can also use the centerpieces as reference points. This is because each centerpiece contains a unique pair of colors. For example, this centerpiece shows yellow and white parts, a pair that we can't see on other centerpieces. The edges of this face, along with 2 corners, are also unique, each showing yellow and white parts that we can't see anywhere else on the cube. Finally, we have 2 corners that each show one color from the pair. We can find other faces with the same corner. For example, this white corner appears on other faces. But this whole corner piece is still unique because of the other colors that it comes with. This white one comes with purple and orange, while the others come with a different set of colors. Of course, like most cubes that don't have a single color on the centerpieces, the centers of this cube have to be oriented correctly for the pattern to make sense. Now it's time to scramble this. To me, the scrambled state of this cube looks like a modern art piece. I like that the colors go well together, but I do think I should have chosen a different shade of purple to increase the contrast. I will be posting a video of the full solve soon, so watch out for that. I also have another great puzzle for you on the left, or you can click the playlist on the right to see more of my custom sticker mods. Thanks for watching and see you all next time.